Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer.
Most people know this story, but almost nobody knows what really happened. Stay until the end because one detail changes everything. Welcome to World Cup Tune.
I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today because we are diving straight into something that is honestly just fascinating. We're going on a deep dive into the actual mechanics of extreme mental endurance. We're going to unpack the architecture of a truly unbreakable mind, drawing directly from the raw, completely unfiltered experiences of David Goggins. Look, we aren't just talking about surface-level motivation today. No, we are stripping all the fluff away to look at the literal foundation of human potential and how we can completely rewire ourselves physically and mentally for the unimaginable. I want to hook you right out of the gate with this fundamental truth. Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. I mean, think about those really dark times we all face in life, when you're going through depression or grief or just true hardship. You are essentially in a form of solitary confinement. We're so used to our modern conveniences, but you cannot simply Google your way out of real suffering. You might have a therapist, you might have a best friend, but at the end of the day, there are 24 hours where you are entirely alone inside your own brain. And in that isolation, your brain is constantly talking to you, trying to pull you into these little pockets of comfort or fear. Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1, controlling the ultimate weapon. And moving right along to Section 2, power of relentless repetition. So out of those 24 hours in a day, if you don't control your brain, it's absolutely going to control you. Goggins realized really early on that the only way to survive was to flip the script and dictate his own limits. But, how is that mental control practically achieved when you hit a massive roadblock? It's not just about positive thinking, it's about mechanical, intense action. And this brilliantly illustrates his exact, brutal process for learning. Step 1, read it again. Still not getting it? Step 2, write it out. Still not sticking? Step 3, write it out again and again and again. He literally had to write out everything he did over and over until he finally got it. He gave himself absolutely no way out, and when you give yourself 0 exit options, your mind finally realizes that quitting is useless. It stops looking for the escape hatch and just says, okay, well, we're gonna have to adapt and overcome because he is not gonna stop. And this relentless repetition wasn't just for textbooks, right? It applied directly to immense physical barriers too. Goggins couldn't swim, he was completely negative buoyant, but his internal dialogue was simply, go back again, I can't swim, go back again, over and over. He literally threw himself back into the water until his mind realized this wasn't a game. It wasn't about trying one more time and then giving up. It was an alarm clock going off, boom, we're going back. The mind finally understands there is no alternative but to figure the whole shebang out. Which brings us to Section 3, establishing a new normal. When you apply that kind of relentless repetition day after day, something completely fascinating happens to human psychology. You create an entirely new baseline for what your mind expects to endure. Now, what's really interesting here is this contrast. Goggins talks about growing up living in a $7 a month place. Because it was literally all he knew, he loved it. It was his norm. His mind said, Roger that, this is home. But once he moved to a $236 a month place, he tasted comfort. And suddenly, he never wanted to go back to that $7 place. When we experience comfort, we become terrified of suffering. But if you can mentally force yourself back into that $7 a month mindset, where suffering and scarcity are the accepted baseline, your mind just accepts it as home. He took this new norm concept to an absolute extreme to survive Navy SEAL training. Now, to put this into perspective, the program is normally 6 months long, but Goggins was there for 18 months. He went through an unprecedented 3 hell weeks in a single year. No way, right? How do you even survive that? Well, he immersed himself completely in that hellish environment. He gave himself nothing outside those walls. For a short period of time, he says he literally became the devil of that environment. He made himself the boss, the owner, the CEO of Navy SEAL training. He owned the suffering. His new normal baseline meant suffering every single day, just being completely broken. Duct taping broken feet, enduring stress fractures, running on broken shin splints. He told his mind, look, this is how we operate now. We go to work, put our suit and tie on, and we suffer. And here is the absolute magic of the mind. When your mind expects to be broken, it actually stops panicking. Picture this. It's 3:30 in the morning, you're sitting alone, taping up broken feet while facing the hardest military training in the world. Instead of feeling defeat, You tap into this immense power. You tap into the sympathetic nervous system's fight or flight energy. You're drawing power from the sheer fact that you are broken, but you are still there, fighting.
You know the story, but you don't know the secret. The next mystery is already waiting. Subscribe to World Cup Tune.
All right, Section 4, redefining your true potential. When you successfully build this kind of mental architecture, the physical results that follow are nothing short of staggering. 297 pounds. At one point, Goggins weighed nearly 300 pounds. He was out of shape, working for Ecolab, spraying for cockroaches, making just $1,000 a month. And the scariest part, actually scratch that, the most mind-blowing part is that he honestly thought he was trying hard. He looked at his life and mistakenly believed that this 297-pound version of himself was him operating at his 100% potential. That is terrifying because it shows exactly how our brains will lie to us just to keep us comfortable. But then we see this number, 106. That is the exact amount of weight, 106 pounds, that he had to lose to graduate Navy SEAL training. Looking back, he realizes that the guy spraying cockroaches wasn't even close to his potential. I mean, it proves that we have absolutely no idea what is actually inside of us. We have zero clue what our true 100% looks like until we stop making excuses, start really trying, and become totally obsessed with a difficult new norm. But here's the catch. Relying on anger to get you there, it won't work long term. When suffering gets truly extreme, superficial anger just fades away. Your brain doesn't care about getting revenge on people from your past when it's literally just trying to survive the current misery. To keep going, you have to dig down deep to what Goggins calls mineral soil. This is the very core of the soul. Think about it, you can't burn dirt. Down in that mineral soil, nothing can burn away. You find this by spending a lot of time figuring out exactly what you want to be in life. It's driven by a deep, unshakable passion to serve and a desperate need to be truly proud of who you are. And finally, Section 5, finding peace through accountability. As we wrap up our explainer today, we really have to look at the ultimate and maybe the most surprising reward of his extreme methods. It wasn't just the medals or the titles. It was something way more profound, true peace. You see, despite what the whole world saw, Goggins faced massive internal disappointment. He notes, "I wanted everybody to love David Goggins, and a lot of people did, but I didn't love myself." When he looked in the mirror, he was deeply disappointed in what he saw every single day. External validation means absolutely nothing, literally zero, if you don't have internal pride and accountability holding you up. So the crucial point is this. You don't just find peace first. If you try to find peace without putting in the heavy work, hey, more power to you. But true, unshakable peace, it's found on the exact opposite end of finding yourself. And you cannot find yourself without going through trials, tribulations, and real suffering. It requires the miserable, heavy, daily accountability of doing right by yourself and the people next to you, right down to the smallest details. Which leaves us with this final, challenging thought. Take a look at your life right now. What is your current baseline? What is your new normal? And more importantly, are you willing to actively endure the relentless suffering and daily accountability required to finally dig down to your mineral soil and find your true peace? Definitely something to think about the next time your mind tries to tell you to quit. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this explainer. Keep pushing those baselines, and I'll see you all next time.
Every story we share has one purpose: to explore, understand, and question the world. This is Join the Journey. This is not just a channel. This is our family. Every Saturday, together we grow. Please support our journey. This is your channel too.